Why is China expanding its nuclear arsenal? For decades, China kept a modest stockpile of nuclear warheads, the second smallest out of the 5 permanent members of the Security Council. But now, there are signs China is expanding its nuclear-armed intercontinental ballistic missiles, or ICBMs, that can strike the United States. Recently, this was discovered deep in China's desert.
They are aggressively setting up what seems like more than 100 new missile silos in the western desert of that nation.
The U.S. State Department says the developments signal the rapid growth of China's nuclear arsenal.
The 119 nearly identical construction sites are thought to be underground chambers, similar to existing launch facilities like this one in Inner Mongolia. And if China is adding more than 100 new warheads to its arsenal, this marks a huge change to its nuclear doctrine. Plus, if China wants to join the nuclear arms race now, they're way behind. According to the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, or SIPRI, China's nuclear weapons stockpile stands at 350. Some analysts believe that the silos could be for a Chinese ICBM known as the DF-41, which can carry multiple warheads and reach targets as far away as 15,000 kilometers, meaning they could hit the US within 30 minutes.
The DF-41 is an intercontinental strategic nuclear missile. Its purpose is for both balancing power and securing victory.
So why now? What's behind the expansion? Jeffrey Lewis, an expert on Beijing's nuclear arsenal, said China is expanding its nuclear forces in part to maintain a deterrent that can survive a US first strike in sufficient numbers to defeat US missile defenses. So basically, China wants to make sure that if a nuclear war erupts, it can retaliate. But here's where it gets interesting. These silos could be decoys as part of a so-called shell game. Here's how it works. You build a large number of silos and put weapons in a few of them. Your enemy doesn't know which silos have missiles. Either way, your enemy would have to use their own warheads to destroy every site. That could give China a chance to hit back. It was a tactic originally used by the US against the Soviet Union. Some analysts say that's where China picked it up. But there's also a good chance that China's actually beefing up its nuclear weapons to achieve parity with the US and Russia, especially as China grows bolder in exerting its territorial claims in the South China Sea and Taiwan. A beefed up nuclear arsenal could be the deterrent and insurance policy China needs in a potential showdown.
Now, every country in the South China Sea region uses this 200-mile EEZ threshold to determine its claims. All except China. China argues they have a historical claim to the South China Sea. But countries are starting to defend their claims by increasing troop numbers, weaponizing their territory, and provoking each other.
China has long viewed Taiwan as its lost territory and threatened to unify with it by force.
If China invaded, they should expect the US 7th Fleet to turn up very soon, and that could be a war.
But a day after these reports were released, China denied everything, saying the satellite images are of farm turbines. But the report, which first appeared in the Washington Post, has gained further credibility after the location was found to be in an area China primarily uses as a rocket and satellite launch center. Throughout the Cold War, China had a no first use policy when it came to nuclear weapons. China's military planners felt a small stockpile was enough for defensive purposes. But today's China is very different. It's richer and stronger, and not only thinking defensively, will the restraints that kept the last Cold War cold still work in a new one?